right, Team Spiritual, we got another great reaction video for you. We're going to take a look at the arts again. We're getting into another musical one. This one is a song called Hope by NF. Now, we know nothing about NF. I'm going into this blind.
What does NF stand for?
I have no idea. Going in blind. But sometimes it's good to get a reaction from someone who doesn't already know all the ins and outs and something, because you might be able to pull something out of that, right? That's new and fresh. So here's a fresh perspective from two guys who don't know anything about NF. All right, let's get into it.
Oh, yeah, I'm on my way, I'm coming. Don't lose faith in me. I know you've been waiting.
All right, so the first thing I'm getting right away is the song's called Hope, and it looks like there's someone off in the distance on a raft in a vast body of water, which seems like that might be a hopeless situation.
Water is also symbolic for the subconscious.
Oh, is it? All right.
I know you've been praying for my soul. Oh, 30 years you've been dragging your feet, telling me I'm the reason we're stagnant. 30 years you've been claiming you're honest and promising progress. Well, where is it at? I don't want you to feel like a failure. I know.
So it sounds like he's talking about his own life here. Like 30 years, he looks like he's probably around 30 years old.
Where is it? You notice that there's a lot of singers that have this way of singing where it's is that how you... I just noticed it sounds like the singing between your teeth. You know what I mean? There's That's a style of singing I've noticed certain people do.
Might be just the generation they like that type of
I'm aware of
thing
that.
going on.
I'm aware of it.
All right.
Oh, this hurts, but I gave you your chance to deliver. Now it's my turn. Don't get me wrong. Nature had a great run, but it's time to...
I really like the video. I like the concept for the video, the guy on the raft and everything.
Yeah.
I'm digging it.
Give the people something different. So without further ado, I like to introduce my album. Hope. What's my definition of success? Listening to what your heart says. Standing up for what you know is right while everybody else is. Tucking their toe between their legs.
All right, I gotta stop there. He said so many good things right off the bat there. I really like his idea of success. Because right now we live in a culture that has a whole bunch of different concepts and ideas about what they think success is. And the first thing he said is the success is about following your heart.
Yeah.
And I really I like
a good
that.
sign. It's a good I like where that person with that mindset's head is at.
Yeah. It's a good picture. We got to do a video one day just talking about success. But I love what he said there.
What's my definition of success? Creating something no one else can. Being brave enough to dream big. Grinding when you're told to just quit. Giving more when you got nothing left. It's a person that'll take a chance on something they were told could never happen. It's a person that can see the bright side through the dark times when there ain't one. It's when someone who ain't never had nothing ain't afraid to walk away from more profit because they'd rather do something that they really love and take the pay cut. It's a person that would never...
Oh, did you hear that?
It's inspiring.
Yeah.
It's inspiring, even that thing about, it's creating something nobody else did. That is hard to do sometimes, and just as an FYI, I'm not against stealing ideas. I'm not against it. I think some of the greatest creative people have somewhat pulled from other influences, and you could even say have stolen to some degree. Not in a way that's going to leave somebody in ruins, but you know what I mean? It's very hard to come up with a completely original idea, and for somebody to say success is coming up with something nobody else did. Like, I can get behind that. That's inspiring.
He's even talking about, like, doing what you can't. Like, he's talking about that journey of going after it and getting it. Yeah. And even, like, being willing to, like, lose it, take a pay cut. I love that, like, last line that he's talking about there.
Yeah.
And so we also got that image. Did you notice that guy in the black sweater, which I think is him?
Yeah.
But, like, pointing down a road.
Yeah. Waver or change who they are just to try and gain some credibility so they can feel accepted by a stranger. It's a person that can take the failures in their life and turn them into motivation. It's believing in yourself when no one else does. It's amazing what a little bit of faith can do. If you don't even believe in you, why would you think or expect anybody else that's around you to? I done did things that I regret. I done said things I can't take back. Was a lost soul at a crossroad who had no hope, but I changed that. I spent years of my life holding on to things I never should have kept, full of hatred.
So again, a whole bunch of things like listed off about the journey there, being able to pull you up, not needing someone else to believe in you, but being able to believe in yourself. And I think what the guy in the sweater was doing there, because he was kind of pointing, and then he comes all the way back and he's right where he started again.
Yeah.
And so, like, people misguiding you on purpose to trip you up because they don't want you to be successful, and you kind of like rising above that.
It goes with it. I think it goes with any pursuit of something meaningful. Is like, you better anticipate some shysters on the road or some dragons, to overcome, or just like you said, like just some people trying to mislead you because they're like, man, his success means my failure, so let me fuck with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Years of my life carrying a lot of baggage that I should have walked away from. Years of my life wishing I was someone different, looking for some validation. Years of my life trying to fill a void, pretending I was in them. They get it.
And the fact that it's him is meaningful.
Yeah.
That it's him that's doing it, because some people say that's what it boils down to.
Fighting against himself. I don't know, this dark room here might have something to do with him being kind of like pushed in to like the darker side of himself, maybe in a fallen spot where he has to pick himself up again. This whole idea of like, getting knocked down and then getting back up again and then finding your way out, maybe.
But it's also like an ornate kind of regal looking room.
Yeah.
Necessary evil, difficult to go through, yes, but beneficial. Some would say having a mental breakdown is a negative thing, which on one hand I agree, but on the other hand it was the push I needed to get help and start the healing process. See, if I'd have never hit rock bottom, would I be the person that I am today? I don't believe so. I'm a prime example of what happens when you choose to not accept defeat and face your demons. Took me 30 years to realize that if you want to get the opportunity to be the greatest version of yourself, sometimes you gotta be someone you're not to hear the voice of reason. Having kids will make you really take a step back and look in the mirror. At least for me, that's what it did.
I was talking about all those lessons, even the dark side, and how it was necessary in order for him to kind of like be. And that can be extremely hard to accept when you were going through a dark time in your life. Being able to like figure out what this is all for, like what is this leading up to?
And that's some egoic stuff, right? Like, because if the opportunity to look at all the struggles you've gone through comes along and you're like, I could take a path of appreciation here, or I could take some bitter path of like, it's not okay what I had to go through to get here. Which one are you going to choose? And which one is more fruitful? The path of being grateful for all the things that it took to get you to a place of a good place, or a place of bitter contempt for everything you had to go through. That's like a real tough resolution to be made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wake up every day and pick my son up, hold him in my arms and let him know he's loved. Standing by the window, questioning if that is ever going to show up. Isn't something he's gonna have to worry about. Don't get it twisted, that was in the shop. Mama, I forgive you, I just don't want him to grow up thinking that he'll never be enough. 30 years of running, 30 years of searching, 30 years of hurting, 30 years of pain, 30 years of fearful, 30 years of anger, 30 years of empty, 30 years of shame, 30 years of broken, 30 years of anguish, 30 years of hopeless, 30 years of hate, 30 years of never, 30 years of maybe, 30 years of later, 30 years of fate, 30 years of hollow, 30 years of sorrow, 30 years of darkness, 30 years of hate, 30 years of baggage, 30 years of sadness.
You could have called it maybe 30 years, this song, because it seems like it's the story of his life, kind of like everything that he's going through, because he's kind of spitting it out now. Like 30 years of all this, you know, like, and going over, kind of thinking about the past journey and everything that took him to get here.
30 years of stagnant, 30 years of change, 30 years of patience, 30 years of suffering, 30 years of torment, 30 years of hate, 30 years of bitter, 30 years of lonely, 30 years of pushing everyone away. You'll never revolve. I know I can change. We are not enough. We are not the same. You don't have the heart. You don't have the strength. You don't have the will. You don't have the faith. You'll never be loved. You'll never be safe. Might as well give up. Not running away. You don't have the guts. You're the one afraid. I'm the one in charge. I'm taking up. I'm taking up. Reigns.
Oh, there you have it.
I liked it. I liked that song. That was a good song. It reminded me of Tom McDonald's Best Rapper Ever video. That contentious dark side, your dark side versus your light side fighting, and the contention fighting on within you. He was giving that imagery of like the dark look thing when he was like,
Yeah.
but no, it's great song. I liked it.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, what did you guys think of that song? Let us know in the comments. If you liked it, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, share with a friend, and everybody, until next time, stay spiritual.